Friday, Friday, Friday. No, Mrs. McCoy has not learned the words. I do not anticipate learning the words. But hey, y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day it is for you. It's Friday. So I hope that is good. Today, we have a lot of work to do. We're getting ready to do a close read of the Odyssey. So I'm going to put myself in the corner and let's get into this work, okay? So go over our objectives. You will be able to generate questions about the text before reading to deepen your understanding and gain some information. You're going to make inferences and use evidence to support your understanding of the text, of the story, of the book, what have you. You will read the Odyssey and respond to world literature. The Odyssey is a piece of world literature, right? Right. So today, go over our expectations. We're going to do our mindful minute. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the do now. We're going to talk about inferences and find out how to do that. If you refresh your brain about it, then we're going to move right into the Odyssey. And then I'm gonna let you falcons fly to do your independent work. Of course, I'm gonna give you your next steps. And then you're gonna have an awesome weekend. Yeah, you are. Even if you're just vegging out on the sofa all day, your weekend is gonna be awesome. All right, so let's get into these Beatitudes. Let's set our intentions for today. I will be engaged. I will be respectful. I will be myself. And I will be great. Additionally, I will be beyond who I think that I am, because chances are I'm already there. Yep, you're just that fly. You are. Moving to our mindful minute. Again, setting our intentions for today, remembering that this is the final day for the week of the National Suicide Prevention. But just because it's the last day of the week for National Suicide Prevention Week does not mean that it stops. Let's still pledge to be the one to show up, be the one to ask questions, be the one to provide this type of suicide prevention information to our friends, family, countrymen, anyone that will listen. Let's be catalysts for this type of movement to ensure that everybody understands that their life matters. Just like your life matters. If you didn't know it, you know it right now. Your life matters. It matters to me. It matters to the world. You will make a difference. So if you ever had any type of suicidal thoughts or tendencies, know somebody that does. Seek help. Seek help or be the seeker of help for someone else. All right. Let's relax in this 1 minute. Mindful minute. Remembering to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all of the positive vibes. Exhale everything else. Negativity, doubts, self-doubt. Inhale, I can. Exhale, I can't. Oh, excuse me. I really exhaled something. Okay. I promise it's not COVID, guys. All right, so let's move into our do now activity. Today is September the 11th. I wanted to say that before we move forward. September the 11th, I'm going to navigate to our Schoology. The September the 11th is a very significant day in United States history, well, the history of the world, but definitely the United States history. And so if you want to explore why we remember, you can click on this link. It is definitely not, it works, I promise, guys. But it may be just my connection. But yeah, there it is. You can definitely click on this link. It'll take you to a short video via the History Channel. They're about 3 minutes long. And just, as you, so you can reflect. I know a lot of you guys were not even born during this time. So that's why it's even more important for you to understand why we feel it's important. I remember I was in biology class actually when the World Trade Centers were hit by the airplane. I would never forget that moment, and being engulfed, the overwhelming feeling of sadness. And you don't have to know the people in the building to feel the loss. And so I also remember it was a time where the country actually came together. So it was a time of coming together. For the most part. So even though there was a lot of sadness, there was a lot of loss, there was a lot of collaboration amongst all people. If you remember, we watched, or not watched, but we read, "This is not who we are." And so that it comes from September the 11th. That's also a reflection of September the 11th. Okay? So our do now activity. It's not a musical metaphor, I promise. As we prepare to read the epic poem Odyssey, we gathered a good amount of good background information. We watched videos. We did character Instagrams. We worked with some words. We did a lot of background information, found out what mythology was, talked about Greeks, gods, and goddesses. All that is our background information, our schema, right? So now I want you to think about what you know about the characters, the place the story begins. We talked about Troy. We talked about Sparta. We talked about a number of different Greece. We talked about a lot of places that we knew that the story was going to take place in. There's a lot of other different information that we also ingested. So I want you to think about what you know now. Okay? Then I want you to think about what you would like to know. What do you want to know about this story? What do you want to know about the story, the epic poem, the Odyssey? Now, after you think about what you knew, think about what you would like to know, write 3 questions that you hope that the story answers. 3 questions. Now remember, a question starts with a capital letter. The sentence has to start with a capital, and then it ends with a question mark. So I want you to be mindful of your punctuation, be mindful of your grammar, be mindful of that you're not using text talk at all. Please write incomplete sentences. And ultimately, just do your very best, because that is all that is required of you. Right? Right. So without further ado, I'm going to let you go and do your do now. Take about 5 minutes. Don't overthink it. It's whatever you want, your questions that you hope to answer. So there is nothing that is really a wrong answer. It's just a wrong way to write the questions. That's all. So what do you want to know? Let me know.